All right, so let's go ahead and look at a few of Beck's best throws from yesterday. And the way that I took it watching Beck yesterday was it was like the first two and a half quarters, he was like chipping away, and they found some stuff that worked, right? Eventually they were able to overpower. But this is a really good defense that they faced yesterday. Let's look at a few of Beck's best passes. So this is a 2nd and 16. We're going to see the receiver at the bottom of the screen. This is him running a little, I believe it's the receiver at the bottom of the screen. We'll double check here when we watch it. But we're going to see his ability to fit the ball into a tight window. So this was a really good throw, his best throw of the game to this point. I think this was the beginning of the second quarter, maybe. Really good throw, and then they weren't able to have much success after this throw on this drive at least. But good throw, shows the ability to push the ball. Shows the ability to push the ball downfield and fit through a tight window. Also, good timing throw too. Ball comes out right. So again, 2nd 16, good coverage, fits the ball into a tight space here, and then the receiver is able to go up for a first down. Again, this is broadcast footage, so I apologize. We got to do a little slow motion action, but it still gets the point across here. Again, watching the game and watching Beck yesterday, it was this chip away, and eventually things started going their way. And something else about Beck, which we're going to get into these next few clips, we have like 5 or 6 clips. We saw him distribute the ball actually a bit like last year. He used the middle of the field inside numbers a lot. 2,400 yards of his 33-ish 100 yards last year were inside the numbers. We saw him throw the ball outside the numbers a bit more. I think Clemson just did a really good job, right? Now still Beck had success inside the numbers, but outside the numbers, Beck was able to kind of adapt. So here was, I think, the opening play, if I'm not mistaken, in the second half that kind of got everything going. Good schemed here, little half roll, open receiver, throw the ball outside the numbers in the half roll. And this is what got Georgia's offense kind of humming, I believe, right? Yeah, I think this was when the second half started, so they able to come downfield here, right? So an example of Beck just kind of getting the offense going, half little rollout, throw the ball outside the numbers. In this next play, might have been my favorite throw. There might have been one more throw, actually. But this is a great example of just throwing your receiver open, throwing to space, right? So right before the snap of the ball, Beck knows what he wants. You can tell right when he gets the ball, he wants up here. You got probably looks like some inside technique coverage, right? So the DB is trying to take away the middle of the field. There's like probably this little slant route here, which maybe he does, but then that leaves outside the numbers, little fade route here. So it's a good example of Beck throwing his receiver open here, right? Good example. But yeah, it's definitely some inside technique. He's taking that away, so the throw has to go out there, and then Beck's able to throw it. Oops, sorry, I moved it out of position. I apologize. I'm kind of getting used to breaking this little annotation in. All right, but Beck throws it outside the numbers for a touchdown here. We're able to see it. Really good throw. Not bad coverage at all, but when you have a quarterback like Beck and you give him all that space, yeah, throw it out to the space, let your receiver adjust. Probably my favorite throw from Beck. Throwing your receiver open, throw the ball to space. It's exactly what Beck did. Kind of showed why he's one of the best quarterbacks in the nation. So it was after this touchdown throw that things really started going Georgia's way, right? So next play, let's see if I remember the next play I have here. Again, broadcast footage, I apologize. Okay, so here's actually a deep shot. So Beck didn't have any completions. The ball was thrown 20 yards or more downfield, which is okay. They didn't need it. Clemson did a good job taking that away. And then we saw Georgia have to find other ways to attack, which is what they did, right? But this is a good play action pass. And last year, the majority of Beck's deep shots were off play action. Same thing yesterday. Off play action, his yards per attempt are 9-something. Without play action, it was like 7.4. So this was an easy throw for Beck, but something he's really good at. Great job of the offensive line, too. Right, he's got all day to throw there. And this was probably one of their bigger plays in the passing game yesterday. The tight end's running wide open, I believe, right? It was number 7, if I'm not mistaken. This is one of the longer throws here. I thought this was 20 yards, but PFF said it wasn't. So, yeah, I guess it wasn't. But still, one of the longer plays here, hits his tight end, able to have a big play there. Again, off play action, right? We saw a lot of their deeper plays were off play action, just like last year. All right, another one, off play action. And this is going to be, I think this is when he rips it in the middle of the field. Maybe this was the play I thought was more than 20 yards downfield. I can't remember exactly. But a little off play action. Eyes get downfield. Oh, okay, this is actually not in the middle of the field. I apologize. This is outside the numbers throw, right? So this goes back to what we talked about where last year Beck carved up defenses inside the numbers, I like seeing a little more throws outside the numbers here. Not that you have to make those throws, because if you can beat a defense inside the numbers, you do that. But I still thought this was it was good to see Beck be able to kind of adapt to Clemson's defense. They were taking certain stuff away, and he kept chugging, found a way to kind of pinch the armor, if you will, make a dent in the armor. And so this is a good throw here, right? This is not something you're going to see in a ton of highlight tapes, but I like these type of throws outside the numbers, again, off of play action. So maybe this may be the last play here, actually, that we're going to watch. Yeah, last play here. So this was a touchdown, number 16, the Vandy transfer, if I remember correctly. Touchdown here. Beck's reading the field. You can see the space here. This is a good job of just getting the ball to your playmakers to end up being a touchdown here. My biggest takeaway from Beck yesterday was he started like 15 of 18, right? 15 of 19. So he started off pretty good still, but a few of those throws that he missed are throws he usually makes, right? Kind of inaccurate throws that he usually makes. He was able to settle in, adapt in the second half. They were able to kind of just pour it on Clemson, which I think is a sign of a really good quarterback, right? So it was almost like kind of just kept chugging away, and eventually they were too much. They didn't try to force anything. I think is a big takeaway. They didn't try to force anything, or at least Beck didn't as a quarterback. Took what the defense was giving him, especially once he settled in, and then we saw, hey, when you take what the defense gives you, eventually your playmakers take over, right? So things like about Beck, throwing the ball outside the numbers a bit more. I like seeing that. I like seeing him fit the ball into tight windows, throwing his guys open, and just taking what the defense gives you. All right, so again, just 5 or 6 clips that we watched. Again, broadcast footage, so I do apologize, not the best quality, but this is a good job just getting the point across of what Beck was able to do. But if you're a quarterback fan, specifically an SEC quarterback fan or a Georgia fan, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What did you see of Beck? What do you want to see moving forward? Just let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. And if you like this type of video, we're just a big quarterback hub. We talk all things quarterback, so please like, share, and subscribe. I do want to go back real quick. I know I said it was about to be done, and I am. But I do want to go back real quick to this throw here. What did I talk about? Yeah, this throw here. So I think this was the very first play. So this was, when I saw this throw, I thought, okay, for sure, Beck and Georgia's about to get into a rhythm. They were stopped here and had to kick a field goal. This was the second 16 play, but I really liked that it was fit into a tight window, into tight space, and they were able to get a first down. This was the play that I thought, okay, they're going to rock and roll and get into a rhythm. But to Clemson's credit, Clemson's defense stopped them, right? There are several times like this in the game, especially the first half, where I thought, okay, here comes Georgia, and Clemson was able to stop them. But it was really after this play, the touchdown here, the fade, the top of the screen. It was really after this play that Georgia was not able to, Clemson was not able to stop Georgia, and that Beck just kind of found what was working and decided not to take many deep shots. And, hey, let's just keep throwing this kind of intermediate stuff and let my guys do the rest of the work, right? So I guess a good example of just keep chugging, and eventually things tend to work out if you're Carson Beck in Georgia, right? So anyways, like, share, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. It does help. We'll see you next time. Peace.